Massive news being reported on Monday evening. The Miami Hurricanes are set to make $20 million from their run to the national championship game. And reportedly, they are ready to throw a good chunk of that at one quarterback who was supposed to be on his way to the NFL. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ACC Uprising. We got a good one, a very lavish and opulent one lined up for you guys today. We are here to talk about Miami throwing the absolute bag at Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. If you are new around here, guys, here at ACC Uprising, we are committed to covering every single team across the conference. This video will be about Miami, but that doesn't mean we won't just be talking about your school, your team the very next day. So hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Like this video if you enjoy the content, whether you are a fan of Miami or not. And as always, jump to the comment section and leave us your thoughts down there below, because we are always interested in reading them, and we will be responding to pretty much all of them. Unless you say something crazy, then we might just leave you there. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So Ty Simpson, good quarterback, Alabama, NFL, that's the path. Maybe not. Hit a little pause on that. There are reports that multiple programs are trying to convince the senior signal caller to stay in college. Specifically, the Tuscaloosa News reported that he did not declare for the NFL draft, although he did not accept an invitation to the Senior Bowl. Ty Simpson, as I record this on Monday night, is not currently in the transfer portal. So multiple reports state that Simpson has several multi-million-dollar offers on the table to return to college. What are those teams and what are those dollar amounts that they are offering him? Well, Ole Miss and Tennessee both allegedly put up $4 million. USA Today said that Miami had also offered $4 million, but upon learning of their competition within minutes, that's a direct quote, within minutes, upped it from $4 million to $6.5 million. So more than a 50% increase of what they're already offering him. Let's see, if we break this down, they're offering him a 62.5% increase on what they were offering him. That's a good chunk of change. Even if it was only for 1 year, think about your current salary. If someone offered you a 62.5% raise, yeah, I'll put my future plans. If you're making $100,000 in a year, you get to 162.5. You're making 50 and you go to what? That would be 81.25. What did I even say? 62.5, 81.25. Yes. Going from 50K in a year to 81.25 in a year. That's a good deal. So I can understand how this would be tempting for Ty Simpson. And Miami has the money to throw at this man. They got the rich donors. They got the rich alumni. They're in a poppin' city where money is plentiful. Money is spent very freely in that economy down there. But with the ACC's revenue sharing program, the agreement they have outlined, Miami gets to keep this $20 million that they are making in the run to the college football championship game. So big business for Miami and big business in winning games. This is a classic situation of helping yourself, spending money to make money. And in the modern college football landscape, sometimes that's what it takes. So as I mentioned, Miami's set to make $20 million this year from their run to the championship game. Carson Beck reportedly made $4 million off of NIL this year, and about $10 million in total through endorsements and deals with Beats by Dre, Airstar Charter, and Chipotle. Now, jumping over to the NFL landscape, I love looking at Tankathon. That's a website, Tankathon, for their mock draft stuff. They have Ty Simpson projected to be the 21st pick in the NFL draft, being selected by Mike Tomlin's Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, according to SpotRack, which does great stuff for the finances and sports, the 21st pick in the draft next year is expected to make $3.6 million in base salary in 2026 and $20 million over the course of their first 4-year rookie deal. And of course, all first-round picks have a 5th-year option in their contract included. So Ty Simpson made less than 20 starts in his career despite spending 4 years at Alabama. There is a very high bust rate for first-round quarterbacks with less than 20 starts. And again, Simpson is a projected first-rounder. Ty Simpson this season completed 64.5% of his passes for 3,567 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. And I watched a lot of Ty Simpson games, and I'll admit, I expected that TD to interception ratio to be a little bit worse than it was. Not that numbers can't lie sometimes, but Ty Simpson had a good year. There's definitely flash. There's mobility, there's cognitive processing, there's leadership, there's adjustments at the line of scrimmage, there's tight window throws. There's a good portion of that. I definitely think he will start in the NFL one day. But there were some games, some halves, some quarters, some drives where he looked overwhelmed or he just didn't show up. I think under pressure is his biggest weakness. And look, edge rushers make so much money because they can disrupt quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are the most valuable position in football. Right now, edge rushers are number 2. So quarterbacks should be affected by pressure. I'm not knocking him because that is what's happening. What I am saying is that he looked a little too flustered sometimes. And when you contextualize it and you think, okay, he's got less than 20 starts in his career, all of a sudden that makes sense. But the big takeaway I have is I would like to see him in college for another year because I think that would be really beneficial for his development. I could take him from being a projected first rounder to a projected top 5 pick because right now nobody's saying he's going ahead of Fernando Mendoza. Nobody's saying he's going ahead of Dante Moore. I think he could be a better player than both those guys if he does develop in the correct way. But I don't think he's there right now. Now, the alternative to this is if he does go to the Steelers or he does get drafted in somewhere in the 20s, you can go to a better NFL team, a better situation for you a lot of the times than if you're drafted first overall, top 5, because those teams stink. That's why they're picking so high, and they can churn young quarterbacks in, and they can churn them out real quick. Eat them up, chew them out, their NFL career is done. You go to the Steelers, you sit behind Aaron Rodgers for a year, you're slowly eased in with a defensive coach and a stable culture. That makes sense in that piece. So this is going to be a tough decision for Ty Simpson. Now, as I'm saying all this, I'm sure you're wondering, and you can see it on the side of the screen, hey, what about the Sam Leavitt piece of this? Because Robert Irby, who also puts out videos on this channel here at ACC Uprising, he was talking about a couple of days ago in a video how Sam Leavitt was on Miami's campus. Either he was on campus or he'd scheduled a visit, I forget. But Miami was one of those teams in the running to land Sam Leavitt, who is ranked as the #1 player, not just quarterback, #1 player in the transfer portal. I actually have this written down in my notes. So he had visited Miami, and it was reported on Monday that he committed to LSU. Allegedly, Tennessee had no clue that that was going to happen, and once they found out, they immediately started scrambling to put together a package, and now they're trying to get him to flip. So with all of that going on in the background, even in the foreground, really, with that going on in the foreground and those programs scrambling and both of them needing quarterbacks, Tennessee might get Joey Aguilar back if his eligibility request is granted, but that's not looking too likely. And even if it does, I mean, Sam Leavitt is a better player than Joey Aguilar, as is Ty Simpson, obviously. But one of these 3 teams is going to get screwed because there's 2 quarterbacks right now, Ty Simpson and Sam Leavitt, and there's 3 teams that are after him. So one of these teams is going to get screwed. I said that they were battling in the foreground because that's the big news. Ty Simpson appears to be on his way to the NFL. Sam Leavitt is the #1 player in the transfer portal. So if Miami, while being in the run-up to appearing in the national championship game, which by the way is going to be in their home stadium, that would be pretty cool to have Ty Simpson come check out the game for that. While you have that going on, you're potentially the next national champions. You've got all this money in your pocket. Ty Simpson also would get to presumably team up with Malachi Toney. I don't think he's going anywhere. Malachi Toney, by the way, Heisman odds for 2026 were just released. Malachi Toney has the highest odds of a non-quarterback out of every player in college football. So if Ty Simpson is evaluating this, okay, I can make more money, I can get more experience, I can develop, I could probably get myself drafted higher as long as I have a solid season, and I get to go to the potential national champions who are going to have all this money to spend and have a great roster in place. It just makes sense if this does work out. Now, there's no guarantees, okay? Want to be very clear, no guarantees, no confirmation on anything, but it's our job here at ACC Uprising to report the news to you guys, and this is the news. So, Miami fans or just anybody watching this video, jump down to the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on this entire situation. Do you prefer Leavitt or Simpson? How do you see this playing out? Are you worried about the cost? What is on your mind right now? I am very eager to hear your perspective as fans. So make sure you go down there, leave your thoughts. I'll be reading and responding to all of them. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new to the channel. And I appreciate y'all rocking out here at ACC Uprising.